In this session, let's understand the concept of callback with parameter, how we can create a callback function which has parameters. So let's quickly begin by creating a function, say ABC, which has some arguments, say num1, num2, and say a callback function. Let's call it as fun1. And what does this do is, let's say it first does the addition of num1 and num2, and then it calls the callback function and provide the num3 argument to it. So basically what my function is doing is it is accepting two normal arguments, num1, num2, which are normal variables, and then it is also calling a callback function over here, which is fun1, which will get executed after the calculation for num1 and num2 is done with the value of num3. Okay, now let's declare a function. Let's say function f1, which accepts an argument a, and what does this do is it simply does console.log and it multiplies the value of a by a, so it's basically making the square of the number. Okay, now let's create another function, say f2, which is accepting another argument, say a or parameter a, but the operation that it is doing is actually dividing the value of a by 2. Okay, it's doing something else. Let's say some more function is also there. Let's say f3. What it is doing is it is again accepting one number argument, and what it is actually doing is dividing the value of a by 3. Okay, so we have three functions here, f1, f2, f3. All of them are accepting a as an argument or any variable as an argument, and what they are doing is the first function is making the square of the number, second function is dividing that number by 2, and the third function is dividing the number by 3. Okay, now let's call ABC over here. So when I'm calling ABC, I know I need to provide number 1, number 2, say 10, 20, which are my num1 and num2, and then as a callback function, I can use any of them. Say I use f1 over here. So what will happen? The calculation of num1 and num2 will happen here. Num3 will be 30, and then that 30 will be passed here. So it will create the square of 30. Again, as we saw in last session, we don't have to provide the parameters over here. We are not calling the function here. We are providing the callback function. The value for this one will be passed where the callback is defined. Similarly, let's say we have ABC, where let's say 5, 6, f2. So in this case, calculation for 5 and 6 will be done here, and f2 will be called, which will divide the value of a by 2. Right? Again, ABC, I can completely use different values, say 100, 200, and f3. So in all these three cases, we are calling the one function, but the callback function that is getting called is completely different. Also, the parameter for the callback function is provided by the function which is defining that callback function, which is ABC, not where we are calling that function. Okay, so let's quickly go ahead and execute. So over here we have 900 for the first one, 5.5 for the second one, and 100 for the third one. Okay, in this fashion we can create the callback function with parameters. If you have any questions, let me know.